Arrowhead didn't train you just to defend them, but they trained you to be their loyal little dog. You see, this video is dedicated to the Glaz3rs in hopes I can open their eyes to what's happening. You see, it's my opinion on this matter that Arrowhead realized quickly that they can't really sustain a community on empty promises and half-ass updates. So good old little Arrowhead thought to themselves, how are we gonna do this? Well, first we're gonna make the propaganda commander channels so we can get people that are trying to make it in the algorithm to work for us. But unlike Lord of the Robes' argument about how they think Arrowhead is viewbotting people that agree with them, I think it's more simple than that. You see, they put them in the propaganda channel to make sure all the brainwashed and uninformed people mass like their videos. Why pay for the views when you can get the connoisseurs to do it for you? First, let's see how could have Arrowhead made the Glaz3rs. Well, that's simple. They put up walls against any criticism, and they have nurtured the toxic positivity attitude around their Discord and around their Reddit. I know, I sound crazy, but let's put our tinfoil hats on for a moment. How about that? Let me give you a few examples of how the mods are allowing the Glaz3rs not only to laugh and degrade anyone that doesn't agree with Arrowhead, but examples of the Glaz3rs pretending they don't understand your points to make you feel like you are crazy. You see, the Glaz3rs know you are a normal person, so they just wait for you to slip just a bit so they can scream, "Mods! Mods! He said the bad word! Mods!" First example of the mods allowing the Glaz3rs to laugh at us and degrade us is this. Do you see all this? The first one, to give you some context, starts with maybe there needs to be a design council for a bit. Noted, trusted players who vote on things and give significant testing feedback. Now, that doesn't seem bad now, doesn't it? Then, they're coming the Glaz3rs. I would be for this, but it's going to be people like Odo. What did bro do? What did Odo do? I understand what I do. I scream and I hurt their feelings, right? What does Odo do? And here comes yours truly, Delta Greg. Oh, I have a feeling Delta Greg would be blacklisted considering the content he posts. Well, what do you mean? Do you guys just want to make a council full of Glaz3rs? Anything Arrowhead puts on the table? Yes, Master Arrowhead. Delta Greg is such a huge crybaby. Literally none of his videos would make you think he likes the game unless you scroll for a bit, but I guess that's too hard, Mr. Glaz3r. There's so many dog shit small channels though. How are you guys allowed to talk like this and we're not? Right? If you're gonna sling mud at us, why aren't I or anybody else allowed to do the same to you? The same person again goes on to say Delta Greg to somebody saying, in terms of edgelord freaks, I guess you love me too much for it. You just can't resist. I know you want a piece of this Delta, but this man isn't for sale. Honestly, I watch this guy because of how fucking angry he is all the time. Bro is actually about to burst a blood vessel. Me? I am not angry. I am the calmest person you'll meet in your life. I am so zen right now. Another 2 comments calling me cancer and one saying, who the fuck is Delta and why do I hate them already? Guess whose comment they were responding to? Next up is this clown right here. If Arrowhead shares responsibility for doxing the unfiltered Odos and Delta Greg and all the other Helldiver YouTubers do too, they are the ones who have been actively pushing the vitriol and hated. I'm not saying I believe that, but Arrowhead is absolutely not responsible for this. Arrowhead literally shuts one side of the conversation down. What do you mean they are not responsible, at least partially, in this situation? Another person comes in, is talking about the game's problems consider vitriol. Like, I don't watch Odo, I've seen his videos though, but I have seen Delta Gren. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Let's continue. And call them haters for wanting the game to be better? Not just their direction, but where the game was supposed to be. It's not a stretch. Why is the first thing to mind Odo? The other guy continues, Delta Greg is absolutely the worst of them. He has made entire videos ranting about random comments he finds and insulting them. If you think he didn't contribute, I don't know what to tell you. Do you know why I pull comments like yours and other people calling me cancer and other people doing random stuff like, oh, let's nerf this and that? Because in the Discord and Reddit, we are not allowed to speak our minds properly. Because the moment you find the littlest thing, you scream, mods! Mods! This is what you do, Mr. Glaz3r. You never want to truly engage in a conversation. You pretend you don't understand the subject and you say stuff like, oh, all the other companies outsource as well. They don't outsource entire updates and coding. The second side I want to show you guys is the mods taking their side. How comes I get to be called cancer and I get to be called all these things, yet none of them are banned? How come my name comes up again and again and again and other content creators and you talk crap about them, but the moment they come in there trying to throw down in the dirt with you like I did, they get a warning for antagonizing people? Maybe if you guys weren't cowards and didn't hide behind your mods, we could have a discussion, but you don't want that. You want to be in control of the conversation. Like cowards! Me answering jokingly to some random fucking dude when he asked, oh, you just came here to antagonize people, and I said, yes. And the moment I said that, one of the mods appeared out of fucking thin air. Guess why, guys? Because they called the mods. They literally went to a mod and started screaming, mods! Mods! He's fighting back! Mods! This literally proves that the mods either don't have a sense of humor, which most likely all mods don't. Second of all, it proves that the mods are on their side. Guess why? Because they get paid for it. Because the mods aren't there to keep everybody in check. They're there to make sure that the Glaz3rs leave and the Glaz3rs stay. Because they would rather have people that go gawking on Arrowhead 24/7 instead of having to deal with people having conversations about the damn game. Going on to the next part, my favorite part because it seems to be the newest topic among the Glaz3rs, the shields. I have a question for everybody watching. They're called the propaganda commanders. What did you guys expect? They are literally there to give you propaganda about the game. They aren't there to keep you as a player. They are there to influx new players in and with some hope get more Glaz3rs on Arrowhead's side, while the average player is thrown aside because he can see the flaws in the game. By the way, I want to talk about the propaganda commanders, right? Because most of them, they basically use this to keep their channels alive. Because I'm gonna be truthful with you, even on my end, it's really hard to detach myself from Arrowhead. But guess what? The difference is that I believe if my channel cannot survive without Arrowhead and the BS that's happening in the Glaz3rs community, then my channel shouldn't survive, and neither should yours. Having a channel is about entertaining people or being useful to people, but guess what? Most of you are neither. Because you keep copying each other and going after each other's homeworks again and again. Oh, but Greg, aren't you doing the same thing? You're still talking about the same topics that everybody else is talking about. Yes, the difference is I made it without the propaganda channel. The difference about me is that I keep trying to get out of here. Because if you saw my content before the whole channel got, half the shit deleted, you would know that I don't really enjoy talking about the crap about Arrowhead. I enjoy making fun videos like the one I did about Robocop. Then why do you keep doing videos about Arrowhead? Because I'm a leech. Also because I spent $60 on this game, and guess what? I'm gonna get as much entertainment out of it as I can, and everybody else watching me is doing the same. Hope y'all have a beautiful day. I'm gonna end the video here. Please allow me to give special thanks to the channel members: Jordan Ingram, Vinny Van Gogh, Merc, Smack, Estalorico, Cactus Man, Anatasha Shek, Toxicity D-Day, Spippy Fopux, 501st Admiral Fez, Hell Commander Razor, Titan, Doom Clash.